Hi guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta in the news. Nene Leakes gets real on her YouTube channel interview saying Kenya wants her job. Okay guys, we got a lot to talk about. We have to talk about what happened last night with Marc taking Nene's side over his own wife and how Twitter lost their mind, okay? It was so fun last night tweeting. We'll get to that in a minute. Then we have to talk about Nene's live that she did right after the show saying how Kenya is coming after her job and she laid it out how she's doing it. And then we're going to talk about what I think about all of this. And this is just so you know, on a personal note, this is a busy time of year for me. Every show that I cover, they're losing their mind on every show at the same time. We have Love After Lockup. Those inmates are getting out of hand, okay? Out of hand, out of control. We've got 90 Day Fiance where they just hired real life criminals, okay? Like that are doing shady shit. That's how I say it. You've got the Real Housewives of Atlanta where Nene and Kenya, this beef is getting worse and worse each and every day with no signs of letting up. Then we're going to add Marc to the mix. Twitter was so mad at Marc yesterday. It wasn't even funny, people. It was funny to me. I loved it. People were going crazy, but they were pissed. And then we've got the Real Housewives of New Jersey, where they found footage showing that Danielle was telling the truth. This is a busy time for me, people. So I'm going to work like hell to get it all done. I promise. There's only one me, though. I'm going to do what I can do. And I'm going to put these stories in order, which I think they should be in. I'll do those first. And I'm going to start today with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because when I tell you, Twitter was losing their mind last night. It was fun. I like it when people go back and forth like that. I don't know if you noticed. Sometimes I'll say little things on my channel just to get a reaction out of people. Like, it gets boring for me in any other way, so I like to hear different points of views. Because I'm the type of person, I learn from other people's mistakes. I'm not the kind of person that has to hit my head on the wall 4 and 5 times before I realize, oh, I better not do that. I watch what other people do and I learn. I listen. I don't always think, some people say, well, if you're poor, you can't listen to poor people. There's no class. I'll listen to a bum. If a bum has good advice, a homeless person, and it makes sense, I will take that information. I am not picky. Common sense is common sense. I don't declassify people because, I don't know, they're a certain race. So I don't listen to those. No, I listen to everybody. That's why I love really good, deep conversations. I love it. And if I didn't love it, I couldn't do this. So that's what we're about to have right now with this whole Nene thing, because Twitter lost their mind. People were saying, two sides, just like in real life, you have different opinions. You got two different strong opinions here. Most people were saying, I don't care what Marc is trying to do. He threw Kenya under the bus. They feel like that was his wife. And as you see the other couples, they don't play that. Greg said to Marc, I don't go anywhere that my wife's not invited. Duh, that's called being a couple, Marc. You think? So people were saying that, like, oh, God, he's the worst. He's the worst of the worst. And then some people were saying, well, he was trying to do the right thing, which was trying to get Kenya to realize this can't keep going on and it has to stop. Now, yeah, he might have been trying to do that. I mean, I can see where they're coming from. I mean, a little bit. I mean, not really. Yes, he was trying to put an end to this madness. That's not going anywhere, people. It's getting worse every single day. Something's got to give eventually. But he was trying to do that. But it was how he was doing it, okay? If you're my husband, I hope you're watching this, okay? Take notes. My husband would never do me like this, or he wouldn't be my damn husband. The things that Marc was saying, like, okay, Kenya, she's not trying to do that to you. Okay, maybe all that makes sense. Yeah. But you better not ever throw me under the bus. First of all, by Nene showing up uninvited, according to Kenya. Kenya had no idea she was coming. you going to invite her anyway. And then the worst part for me was when he pulled Nene and Greg and Kenya over to the side, and he was like, this has to end. I don't know the exact words, but I think it's time that we all move forward. And Kenya feels the same way too. And he knows damn well, didn't you just hear what she said the other day? That she does not feel that way. That's where I have the problem with Marc. So people were hating Marc. I don't hate Marc. I think he made a bad mistake. I could even see how Kenya could still be with him, because when you're in a marriage, mistakes happen and you can forgive a person. One time, Kenya. If he does this again, he's out. He's out. One time, in my opinion. Because marriage is different. You have children involved. They have a child. And, so I could see how she still wanted her marriage to work. But he is making you look bad, okay? And he must have admitted that to you. I'm hoping he did. You guys have to remember, Nene and Kenya have the same background, which is mommy issues. All Kenya ever wanted out of life was that child, we know that, and that marriage to work. So I hope she's not turning a blind eye to Marc and the things that he does because she wants, and she said in an interview, was a touching interview that she gave, that I never want my child to feel rejected like I did. Will she turn a blind eye because this is all she wants? And she's going to let him just run over her. And they were even dogging her out. Her friends, they were like, we see who wears the pants in that relationship. You know how people get messy behind the scenes. I mean, behind your back. That's what people do. If that would have been my friend, I would have said the same thing. Like, damn. Like, don't she get a chance to think? I mean, give her a moment to think. Especially with her arch enemy. It was bad. But I'm not at the point right now where I hate Marc like you guys do. You guys were going off last night on Twitter, calling him a bum, saying he's stupid. It was funny. Is that bad? It was funny. You guys were going off. He did a bad thing. I want to know what he's going to come out and say now that it's aired. He's got to say something. That would be another one of my requirements. If you want to be with me, you got to make a public apology. Like, you don't just publicly throw my ass under the bus and then come to me in private and I'm like, I'm sorry, baby. Let's try again. No. Yeah, you're going to be sorry, but you're going to let everybody know that you made a mistake. That would be a requirement for me. Like, don't say nothing to me till you publicly apologize for taking my number one enemy. This wasn't Candy's side that he took. It wasn't Eva's side. Nene Leakes. And then, we heard the rumors it's going to get worse. He's going to go to them and start venting. You can say anything when you're venting. My husband has said tons of things, and I call my mom like, blah, 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 and then wish I never said that. But never to my enemy. Like, what? Huh? Who does that? Marc? It's crazy. But anyway, so that's what happened last night, and people were clearly, I would say the majority hated Marc, okay? Except for me. I don't hate you, Marc. Me and Kenya. Because Kenya wants you back. Like, I guess it wasn't that bad to her. I don't hate you, Marc, but you made a huge boo-boo. And let's see, is this Marc's first marriage? It is not. Marc, you should know better. Kenya, warning signs all over the place. Yes, people make mistakes. But I don't know about this one. I don't know. But, if you're going to take him back, one and done. He gets one more chance. And if you make any other mistake, you're out of there. If it was me, that's my opinion on the whole situation. And because Nene's going to continue to be your enemy. He cannot be running telling your business, okay, to your enemy. And this is not getting any better. So right after the show, I usually watch what happens live. Nene went on live. And of course, who was she talking about? We know who she was talking about, okay? So let's talk about Nene's live last night. Okay, so basically she said that Kenya really wants her job. And that's what all of this is about. She's going after people's jobs. She said when she came back, she was causing trouble with everyone, not just Nene. She said she caused trouble with Cynthia. She caused trouble with Portia. She caused trouble with Tanya. And all of this is about getting a storyline strong enough to keep her job so she doesn't get fired again. She said that, and if she could get Nene's job, it would be a huge victory for her because we all know Nene is the highest paid housewife. And I'm not talking about because her checks was cut because she wasn't shown on all the episodes. I'm talking about per episode, okay, people? Okay? Now listen, I'm going to say this really quickly about this whole Nene and Kenya thing. My grandmother used to tell me, if you don't stand up for you, nobody else will. That is the God's honest truth. She said, but you must do it responsibly. Like, I can't be president of the United States, get mad at another president, and then start a war with him just because I'm mad. You have to fight responsibly. You can't be a dirty fighter. What Nene said about Kenya is true. But there's been times when Nene's been a dirty fighter, and there's been times when Kenya's been a dirty fighter, and these two just go back and forth. And really, to tell you the truth, it's wearing me out. You never win when you fight dirty. Nene, what she's doing now to save her job, going around doing these interviews, talking about what Kenya's doing, she has to do that to save her job. And that's my phone. I'm trying to talk through it. It keeps ringing. Sorry, guys. Nene has to do that because Bravo was pushing her out, and it seems to be working. It looks like Andy has a change of heart by now blaming Kenya for the rumors when we know that's not true at all. But these two go back and forth, and no one of them is truly right. So what she said last night, do I think that's true, that Kenya is coming after her job? I do. Kenya went on a victory tour, started doing interviews, was like, she doesn't work with anybody. But, it doesn't mean that Kenya's hands are clean. So these two go back and forth. And just the Housewives, period, as a franchise, it's a dirty business, people. Look what they did to Lisa Vanderpump. They waited till her brother took his own life, and said, now's the time to get her. Let's do it. Who does that? But, you have to make a decision. If you're going to fight dirty, there's the YouTubers that do that. They get each other's channels taken down. They say bad things about the other one in the comments section. If you're going to fight dirty, you never win. So whoever, and at times this whole Nene thing, both of them go back and forth. And it's really worn me. I don't have a side right now. I don't, because it's too long. It's really far from my personality. I don't fight like that. I fight back by being successful. I don't get dirty and roll in the mud with you. But as far as what she said last night, do I think Kenya's going after her job? Most definitely. Do I think Kenya's being dirty behind the scenes? There's no proof. And I'm not saying Kenya's incapable of doing that, but Nene's the same thing. So these two go back and forth to me. And at this point, I don't like one better than the other because they're both doing the same exact thing, like Candy said, to each other. So last night, Nene's interview, was she telling the truth? Just for that interview. Nene's hands aren't clean, and neither is Kenya's. These two go back and forth till they're going to self-destruct. You'll see. I mean, if they're fighting dirty, you're going to self-destruct. And so it is what it is. It's kind of hard to watch, especially if you're the kind of person that feels like women should represent themselves with a little class on television. They're not doing this. Neither one of them. But it is what it is. Okay, you guys, so that's my video for today and my Real Housewives of Atlanta news for you. So what I want to know today in my comments section is, who hates Marc? And be specific. And number 2, do you think that Nene's telling the truth, that Kenya is doing all of this, starting all this trouble just to remain on that show? Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.